talking about accents, everybody talks about a British accent and an English accent, but what does that mean exactly? There's all kinds of accents everywhere. England and Britain, it's a large place, not everybody talks the same. But if you're talking about kind of a London accent, I was sitting there all prim and proper like, and then my flatmate walks in, who by the way knows absolutely fuck all. I was just trying to have a bit of dinner. And then you go over to the West Midlands, you got Manchester, and you got Yorkshire and Lancaster. And I was over there in Yorkshire, been there since the 80s, mate, right? And then you go over to Scotland, a Scottish accent, like that. You having yourself a wee swell in there, big man. A quick shot out to my friend Erin, who's not exactly Scottish, but she likes about Argyll. And then you got Irish, and there's all kinds of Irish accents, You go over there to Dublin, sitting at 3:33, over there at the pub, like, Stevie boy, you walking in here, you having a drink there, your left arm and right arm, ambidextrous, like. And then go down to Cork by, you sound a little bit more like that, you're going to have a grand time, the boys were coming down, have yourself a lie down, have yourself a Domino's, you get on well now, you're good. And you go down to Kerry, you got North Kerry and South Kerry. It's not easy being a Kerry man up there, over there by Killarney. And then you go over to Northern Ireland, talk a little bit more like that, have yourself a pizza, take care, Northern Irish, always in everything like that, right? The condensed words, players, plower, flowers, flower. And then you got a German accent, and the German is not as strong. It's not as strong as accent, It's maybe in the past years, but most people in Germany, they speak English, and I might add they actually speak English better than you would. I've heard your English. It's not that good, But if you have an Austrian accent, it's more strong. It's a stronger accent, Even Schwarzenegger, who's been in the States for a long time, he still has a thick accent because you cannot lose it. If you have a German accent, you could probably lose it. It's not even that strong. You just cut people off in sentences. You don't even let them finish because you know the answer before they even know the question. But if you have an Austrian accent, it is strong. Even in Bavaria, Werner Herzog, he has the strong accent. He's always had it. Storyboards are the tools of cowards. It is the vehicle of weakness. And then you have a French accent. I was trying to come to America, but the paperwork was frustrating. It was very annoying. It was very unfortunate. I saw some teenagers running around. It was very dangerous. But I was at the hotel. I had a fish and a crab. I forgot the name of the hotel. It was something blue. I'm Belgium, and it's a very strong accent. It sounds like I'm trying to become American. It sounds like I'm an alien pretending to be a citizen of the United States of America. I like to watch the national football games, and it's a good time. I'm from Belgium. And you got Australian, right? In Australia, we know three things. We know how to surf, we know how to scull a bear, and we know how to have a good time, right? And then you got American accents. It's a standard American accent. Usually when an Englishman or somebody from another country is trying to become American, they just speak plain American. You can't tell what state they're from. It's just a base American accent. Or they'll do a strong Southern accent. I'll tell you what, man. You come on here, dear, you start talking some shit, I'm going to whoop your ass. That's all there is to it, okay? The thing about Southern, I can't tell you what's happening right there, but it sounds pretty bad. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I'll meet you at the Walmart parking lot, and that'll be about the end of that. There's a lot of strong Southern accents. I get that Appalachian. I'll tell you what, man, you come on there, it's a pang coming in there, a little bit twangy, a little bit, but you can't really tell where somebody is from the South because anybody can afford, if you can afford one part of the South, you can afford the other part of the South. If you can afford Florida, you can afford, Arkansas, you can afford Kentucky. It's all the same. You're moving around for like pipeline and welding jobs. It doesn't mean much. Go get a football coaching job over here. So, and they got that fake Virginia accent that nobody really has, but people like Daniel Craig and Kevin Spacey like sounding like Foghorn Leghorn. I say it, well, I say, and nobody really has that accent because I'm from Virginia. Where do you hear that accent? You never hear it. But you got the Brooklyn accent. I'll tell you right now, it's bananas, dude. They were starting a fire over there. I turn one-syllable words into two-syllable words because that's just what I do, okay? You from where? Houston, Texas? No, it's Houston, Texas, because I live by Houston Street, so it's Houston to me, okay? And then you got the kind of the northern states, that kind of Fargo, Minnesota, you betcha. Are you done or no? But then you go over to Canada, and a Canadian can sound just like an American. You can't even really tell the difference until they say a word like coach, But some of them have the strong accents, sorry but not sorry, but I've said it before, and I'll say it again. They have a little bit more of a stronger Canadian accent. We did about 20 accents right there, and if you liked any of the accents, I could start adding more accents. And if you're from any of these countries and there's something you think I could do a little bit better, or you think I really nailed it, let me know in there, and I'll teach you more what I'm doing right here.